Hello there. I'm Professor Dean Martin from Oxford, and here today we have none other than the great-grandson of Charles Darwin, John Darwin. How is it, sir?
Hi, nice to meet you.
So, let's get right into the nitty-gritty. Are you well aware of your great-grandfather's contribution to science?
Oh, of course. I get it all the time. John Darwin. What do you think of Charles Darwin? It's a go back and forth thing. Yeah, I really am. Theory of evolution and whatnot. My grandfather, born in England, 1809, traveled all across the world for 5 years. Actually, he went to the Galapagos. Did a couple studies on finches and their beaks and how the long ones are more productive in getting food than the short ones. And that's when it came to him in this theory that over time things evolve into what is needed for their environment.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. Now, if I could, I just have one question.
Okay.
How was? I've read somewhere that you went to the Galapagos yourself. How was your trip, if I may ask?
Well, it was quite good. I went into the same field as my great grandfather, and I saw how his theory came about. You understand? And actually, when my grandfather came up with the theory of evolution, he was actually afraid to publish it in fear that his recognition as a great scientist would decline. But it wasn't until Alfred Wallace, 10 years later, came along, and he needed Charles Darwin's help to actually get his ideas out there, was when Charles Darwin decided, okay, I'm going to publish The Origin of Species.
Interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting. Now, one last question.
Okay.
What field are you planning to be? Are you going to follow your great-grandfather's footsteps and be a man of science, pursue the science field, or are you going to drift off to like a different major?
I get that quite a lot, Dean. I do. I like to further my studies in genetics and evolution, and hopefully proceed where humans are heading next. Yes.
I would like, and one last thing. I've read somewhere you have a book. I'm very curious as to.
That is correct. I have a book called The Next Step in Evolution, The Mighty Thrust.
Interesting.
Yes.
Don't bust that nut yet. That's what we'll learn about the thrust. Tune in next time.
All right.
Dean Martin, bitches.
All right. Now, I'll cut this off and I'll edit it. I think I know how. But right now, no, don't stop it. I just need you to say, okay, well, thank you so much for your time, John Darwin. We will return after these commercials. Okay,
right.
so in 3, 2.
All right. Thank you for your time, John Darwin. And
Of course, always a pleasure.
it's been a pleasure myself. Tune in next time after these commercials.
Okay, cut.